Yayoi Kusama was born in Japan on March 22nd, 1929. She found her love for art around the age of 10, and it was apparent that she was gifted. She loved to draw and paint, although her parents were not supportive. Her mother wanted her to marry into a rich family and become a housewife. She would tear up her drawings, and she would always make more. Kusama tells the story of how, when she was a little girl, she had a hallucination that freaked her out. She was in a field of flowers when they all started talking to her. The heads of flowers were like dots that went on as far as she could see, and she felt as if she was disappearing, or as she calls it, self-obliterating, into the field of endless dots. This weird experience influenced most of her later art.
Kusama's artwork revolves around the idea of infinity and endless dots. Her artwork varied mostly around sculptures and installations, but she was also active in paintings, performance, and other arts. Kusama's artworks with repetitive dots are mainly the concepts that she uses. She would use materials such as chairs, couches, dresses, and cloth, as long as she could make it convey the feeling she wanted to express. Her hallucinations led to her obsession with self-obliteration, absoluteness of space, and the infinite. It represents another part of her reality. The first artwork is called Infinity Net. The idea of Infinity Net was a white-on-white canvas covered with tight-knit patterns of dots. They vary in color and scale, but they all contain repetitive marks. The colors that she uses would contrast in order to show the repetition of pattern. The lines in this particular artwork are curved and seem to give the artwork a sense of direction all over the place. They all seem to be connected, which gives it that expression of infinity. This artwork was Kusama's way of trying to cure her disease by trying to change her fear of her hallucinations into artwork. Her artwork was not only a way for her to help herself, but she also helped to create another art concept other than abstract expressionism, which was minimalism. This second artwork is called Accumulation Number 1. For this artwork in particular, Kusama would take objects, for example chairs, and attach soft stuffed conical forms all over. It was described to have been transformed into sexualized objects, as Kusama described the sculpture to be a representation of her sexual anxiety. The armchair was painted all white and covered with the weird shaped forms that she had created and stuffed. This three-dimensional representation of her repetition urge made a huge impact on pop art. This last artwork is called Infinity Mirror Room. In this artwork, Kusama uses the combination of a warm color red and a neutral color white in order to show the repetition of dots. She combined all of her interests of repetition, sexual exploration, and her perception of reality in order to create it. The mirrored room was covered with a carpet, and the stuffed forms would cover the entire floor. Kusama's artwork has no sense of direction as expressed. With her standing right in the middle wearing the color red, it gives the artwork a sense of stability and power. The reflection of the forms on the floor and the mirrors would give a sense of never ending, as it looks as if there is no way out. This artwork was meant to represent a world of fantasy and freedom. Kusama has influenced many parts of art, such as pop art with her sculpture of Accumulation Number 1 and minimalism with her idea of Infinity Net. She has been said to have been an inspiration to the famous pop artist Andy Warhol and famous sculptor Claes Oldenburg. Her artworks and outlook on reality may have seemed weird, but it has led to being an interesting beginning to powerful art concepts shared around the world.